Coming to you live from the West Quad Gymnasium here at Brooklyn, New York. It is the Round 1 ECAC men's basketball tournament featuring the Brooklyn College Bulldogs and the Wilkes University Colonels. Zach Budnick alongside Pat Brown here bringing you all the live action. I want to thank everybody who's tuning in as we're getting set for the ECAC Round 1. The Bulldogs are the 4th seed. The Colonels are the 1st seed, but because of some technical difficulties, the game is going to be taking place here at Brooklyn College. But let's get started. Let's talk about the Colonels as they are visiting from Pennsylvania. They are 18-9 this season, coming a little short in the MAC Freedom Conference in the championship round against DeSales University, but they still had some really strong players on their team.
Yes, they do. They're led by their senior Marcus Robinson, who is 15.3 points a game, 7.1 rebounds. He's also the the career leader in 3 points made in the season with 285. That's a whole lot of 3-point shots.
Yeah.
And they're also led by Rob Pecorelli. He's 16.3 points, 5-point rebounds a game. But really, the key now is one of their top scorers is not going to be playing today, and that is number 11. 12, sorry. Mark Mullins. They're going to be missing a key piece, but they have a lot of size advantage. They got 5 players that are 6'6". Brooklyn's been playing against a lot of people that have size advantage, but it's going to be telling to see how they're going to come out and play tonight against top quality competition.
Now, in their last game, it was the MAC Freedom Conference Finals, where Tommy Bowen led his team with 15 points, followed by Marcus Robinson with 13, and Mark Mullins, as you mentioned, is out with the injury with 13 points. So we're going to see them. They're going to have to adjust their game tremendously, and they're going to have to try to pull away without Mullins in the lineup.
True, and who's taking his place is going to be number 21. That's going to be Donovan Breeding. Haven't seen him play a whole lot. He's not up there in minutes being played in the game, so it's going to be seeing how he's going to adjust to playing with that starting 4. Now,
the Colonels are not used to the Brooklyn College Bulldogs, as the Bulldogs are here playing at Brooklyn College. Bulldogs in the ECAC Conference losing in the semifinals to rival Baruch College at the Baruch College Dome, or the Arc Gymnasium, excuse me. And the Bulldogs, they're going to be looking for redemption from that game, and they're going to be taking no prisoners. Doesn't matter who their opponents are.
Well, I talked to Coach Baptiste before the game, and I asked him, how is the mental stability of your team? He said, well, it's different because they're on a high because they didn't really know if they were going to play another game after they lost to Baruch. So when they found out they were going to be in the ECACs, they said they picked their spirits and said, hey, we got another game going. We can actually go further on in the season. And Coach Baptiste says he wants to see them play against top quality competition because that's his goal, to take the Bulldog program to that level.
Now, every year, the men's Bulldogs, they always are led by their seniors. This year, they only have one senior in Nathan Josephat, and they're getting a lot of contributions from their sophomores and juniors, in particular, Jordan Wright, who starts for the Bulldogs, and from the bench, Anthony McLean.
Yes, indeed. Anthony McLean, the one that got them to the semifinals in the ECAC play. He scored 41 points coming off the bench. He hit 11 3-pointers, which is a record for Brooklyn College in the tournament. So they got a nice bench. They got David Melman coming off the bench. You got Jade Spencer, who is starting, and I want to see him finish tonight. He gets high-quality shots, but now I want to see him finish and putting the ball through the hoop.
So we're going to see some key matchups between number 4, Tommy Bowden, and for the Bulldogs, we're probably going to see number 5, Jordan McLean. Did I get his name right, his first name? Jordan? No, excuse me. Jordan Wright.
Jordan Wright.
But we're also going to see Anthony McLean as well, because the two of them, when they're on a drive, they're just unstoppable.
When they get going, it's just they're on fire. They're unconscious. What I like about this Bulldog team is they fly around the court. They bring high energy, defensive intensity. They want to get that transition game going. Their spark plug is Mike Tesserero. And I want to see them against this team that has a lot of size and a lot of ability, and they have 4 players that average in double digits. So I want to see them defensively pick up the pace.
It's the number 1 Colonels versus the number 4 Bulldogs here at the West Quad Gymnasium. It's Brooklyn College basketball, sponsored by Brooklyn College Radio, your home for live Bulldog sports. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's going to be the starting lineup, and opening tip-off. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
there you have it. There's the starting lineup for both teams. Once again, the Colonels are playing without Mark Mullins, their top scorer, who is out with an undisclosed injury. As we are getting set to go, the Colonels are coming out on the court wearing their dark blue with yellow trim jerseys, and the Bulldogs coming out in their home white jerseys with the gold and maroon trims.
Postseason basketball here in Brooklyn.
Let's see who the opening tip-off is going to be between. We have Jade Spencer for the Bulldogs, and it looks like it's going to be against Tommy Bowen of the Colonels. Let's put 20 minutes on the clock.
Time to play some b-ball.
Ball's up, underway. Want to thank everybody who's tuned in this evening. Bulldogs going from left to right in your computer screen and smartphones. Michael Tesserero for the Bulldogs has possession. Being guarded by Connor Evans at the top of the key. Now Josephat. Jade Spencer. Over to Jordan Wright. Back to Tesserero. 10 seconds on the shot clock. In the corner is Shy. Now Wright. Back to Shy for three. Hits the rim, no good. It's fight for the rebound. Taken away by the Colonels. Connor Evans moves up. Evans holding. Top of the key, Pecorelli. Pecorelli, the only local kid from this area. He's from Huntington, Long Island. As he drives it into the paint, shot is up, and it's good.
Pecorelli goes right to the hole and scores the first basket of the evening.
Colonels up by 2. Already a minute gone by in this first half. In the corner, Jordan Wright for the Bulldogs. Noah Shy with possession. Now Josephat. Back to Wright. Right from the left. Cross court to Tesserero. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to make a play real quick, but there's a foul on the play away from the ball.
They call an offensive foul on
Jade Spencer.
I didn't see what happened. I guess he was clearing out for Tesserero to get to the baseline.
Nonetheless, play resumes. 18:40 to go in this first half. Connor Evans with possession for the Colonels. Bounce pass to Bowen.
Almost stolen by Shy, but knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Colonel Ball.
Looks like they were trying to get it to Pecorelli. Colonels still have possession, but it's 19 seconds to go on the shot clock. Pecorelli's going to inbound it from the Bulldogs baseline. Connor Evans gets it in the paint to Bowen. Shot, it's good.
That was too easy right there off the inbound play. Brooklyn College is going to have to pick up defensive intensity.
Colonels leading 4-0. Tesserero holding. Top of the key, Shy. Now Josephat with possession. Being guarded by Pecorelli. Jordan Wright, number 5 for the Bulldogs. Drives it from the left. Almost loses the ball. Can't get a good shot off. Saying the ball went out of bounds off of a Colonel's hands.
Yeah, the shot was partially blocked.
Looked like Donovan Breeding was trying to get possession for the Colonels. Nonetheless, play resumes. Tesserero for 3. Off the rim, no good, but there's a foul on the play.
3 foul shots coming up for Tesserero.
He was in the act of shooting. I think once in my time calling basketball in college, I think I saw one 4-point play.
I've never seen one live. I've seen them on TV.
So Michael Tesserero for the Bulldogs lines up for his first shot. Up, and it is good. Bulldogs now on the board. They are trailing 4-1 with 18:02 to go in this first half.
See, Tesserero has his right hand taped up.
Tesserero, one of the leaders for these Bulldogs, as his second shot is good. Bulldogs in the last game had troubles at the charity stripe against Baruch College. The third shot is good. So Michael Tesserero completes the 3-point play, and the Bulldogs are trailing by 1.
Full court pressure.
Connor Evans for the Colonels. Trying to get away from Tesserero. Bounce pass to Bowen. Bowen feeling the pressure from the Bulldogs as he gets it outside the paint to Robinson. Robinson turns the fire shot, no good. Bulldogs almost get the, well, they still get the rebound. Good.
Tesserero kept his foot in bounds.
Tesorero for three. Off the rim, no good. Colonels have possession. They're going to try to wind their lead. Quick transition play. Look at this, but it's intercepted by Jade Spencer of the Bulldogs. Now 2-on-1 developing. Shy layup. Makes the basket.
Nice turnaround. Transition basketball by the Bulldogs.
Colonels are now trailing by 1. Bulldogs with their first lead of the game. Connor Evans. Pecorelli bounce passes it to Breeding in the corner. Now Pecorelli for three. Shot no good. Jordan Wright gets the rebound for the Bulldogs. Wright driving in, but tries to get it out to Tesorero. Oh, they're going to call a charging foul against Connor Evans.
Tesorero set him up for that one. And right away, that's Evans' second foul, and he's going to have to sit down.
So now we're going to see a substitution for the Colonels. Landon Henry is in, number 2. The sophomore guard, 5'9", from Hughesville, Pennsylvania, went to Hughesville High School.
Averages 17.1 minutes a game, coming off the bench.
Jordan Wright looks to inbound the ball to Noah Shai. He does. Now Jordan Wright with control. Bounce pass to Tesorero. Bulldogs are moving slow in this play. Wright for three. Makes the basket.
Right away, Jordan Wright's lighting it up from behind the arc.
It's a three-point shot by Jordan Wright. It's good. The Bulldogs leading 8-4. Bowen with possession. Hands it off to number 10, Marcus Robinson. Robinson holding. Being guarded by Jordan Wright. Now he bounce passes it back to Bowen. Pecorelli. Now Henry, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Breeding elects not to shoot from the corner. He drives in, shot is no good, but they're going to call a double
dribble because Tesorero lightly got his hand on the ball and he double dribbled trying to gather it. Good defense by Brooklyn College right there, making them use all the time on the shot clock and not getting a good shot.
It's Michael Tesorero for the Bulldogs with control. 16-10 to go in this first half, and the Bulldogs leading 8-4 against the Wilkes University Colonels. Almost stolen away by Breeding, Donovan Breeding of the Colonels, but Jordan Wright still has possession, but now he hands it off to Robinson. Robinson, quick transition play, but he's going to slow things down. And now Henry for three. Off the rim, no good. Tesorero almost got the rebound. Bowens with control. There's no foul on the play as Tesorero fell. Now Pecorelli tries to get to the paint, but they're going to call a foul on the play. Michael Tesorero not happy with that last play. But the foul is going against Jade Spencer of the Bulldogs.
And that's his second. And I thought that he just had his hand straight up.
Goes to show you that these officials are going to call it tight in this game.
Yeah, Tesorero did a flop there. They didn't go for it.
And Pecorelli for three. Shot does not hit anything, but the Bulldogs have control. Josephat for three. Hits the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound in the corner. They're going to call a jump ball, and it's going to be Colonels with possession.
But I like that Josephat shot it, followed his shot, and almost got the offensive rebound. Unfortunately, the possession arrow is going to Wilkes.
So Donovan Breeding is going to inbound the ball for the Colonels. Are we going to see a substitution for the Bulldogs? Because I see David Melman standing. Now he's going to come in, so Jade Spencer is going to sit.
Yeah, with 2 early fouls early in the first half.
So Donovan inbounds the ball to Bowen. Tommy Bowen against David Melman. Bowen has to get rid of the ball, but now he's whistled for a travel.
Again, Tesorero getting his hand in, causing the turnover.
So David Melman, who's in play for the Bulldogs, wearing number 20, the center, 6'5" junior from Buenos Aires, Argentina, went to Washington Business High School. Tesorero hands it off to Jordan Wright over the near sideline. Feeling the pressure for Bowen, gets away from 3 defenders. Now 4, shot is up, and he makes the basket.
Jordan Wright putting pressure on the defense and putting the basket in.
Bulldogs putting on a lot of pressure right now against these Colonels. Score is 10-4. Bulldogs leading with 14:52 to go. Henry hands it off to to Breeding. Donovan Breeding, yeah. And it's stolen away by the Bulldogs. Noah Shai pushes up. He's now going to slow things down for the Bulldogs. Sets the play as he's feeling a lot of pressure from Donovan Breeding. Tries to get to the corner to right, but there's a scramble for the ball. Still has possession. 15 seconds of the shot clock. Shai for 3. Off the rim, no good. Big rebound but the Colonels are able to take over. Landon Henry hands it off to Robinson. Back to Henry. Now Pecorelli for three. Makes a basket.
And that's who you do not want to leave open.
3-point shot by Rob Pecorelli is good. Bulldogs still leading, but 10-7. 14:07 to go in this first half. Tesserero for the Bulldogs hands it off to Nathan Josephat. David Millman, top of the key. Over to Jordan Wright. Wright. Bounce pass right behind him to Noah Shai. Back to Wright. Now Noah Shai in the corner. Wright again for three. Off the rim, no good. Breeding gets the rebound for the Colonels.
Good box out.
Breeding now hands it off to Robinson for three. Shot is off the rim, no good, but there's a big rebound. Bulldogs able to take over. Could not get the breakaway play that they wanted, but Wright throws it out to Josephat. Now Tesserero holding, feeling a lot of pressure from Landon Henry. He drives it from the right, but tries to get it to Josephat in the corner, but the Colonels take control.
He should have just took that layup.
Landon Henry in the paint. Almost lost the ball to Josephat, but the Colonels still have control. Pecorelli underneath the basket. Shot is no good, but they're going to call it offensive foul.
Yes, indeed. Good job by David Melman going over with the double team. He didn't see it, turned in, and got the charge.
So the Colonels are playing very fast, putting on a lot of pressure against these Bulldogs in the early minutes.
And so far, Brooklyn College has been doing a good job defensively trying to keep them at bay.
Anthony McLean, he's getting not a standing ovation, but he's getting a lot of applause as he now checks in for the Bulldogs. So Jordan Wright's going to take a seat. Anthony McLean, the guard, 5'10" junior from Brooklyn, New York, went to Transit Tech High School. And the last game that he played for the Bulldogs here at the West Quad Gymnasium was the quarterfinals against Medgar Evers Cougars, where he scored 41 points, a career high, a Brooklyn College record for most points in a single game.
And 11 three-pointers.
Michael Tesserero over to McLean.
Oh, he traveled.
Yeah, that's an obvious call. But they had the right intention. They're cycling around, trying to get the Colonels off their games.
Number 15, Jack Bova, coming in now for the Colonels.
The sophomore guard, 6'2", from Camillus, New York, went to West Genesee High School. Got a bunch of players from the central New York area. Henry hands it off to Bowen. Top of the key is Sean Kohler is now in play.
Stolen by Melman.
All right, here comes Anthony McLean for the Bulldogs. Tesserero. Oh, almost got away from Sean Kohler. Kohler, who's in play for the Colonels, the freshman guard, 6'3", from Hershey, PA, went to Hershey High School. Tesserero for three! Off the rim, no good. Henry gets the rebound. Quick transition play, number 15, Jack Bova. Now back to Henry. Henry shouting out orders, he's feeling the pressure from McLean, but he gets it to Collar. Collar drives in, but blocked by Melman. Now Tesserero moves up. We got 3-on-2 developing for the Bulldogs. McLean likes not to shoot. Now it goes to Melman, who hands it back to Tesserero. Josephat holding for the Bulldogs. Tesserero, 18 seconds of the shot clock. McLean, very dangerous from three-point range, as we've seen in the past. Top of the paint. Now he steps back out. He's got 8 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to make a play real quick as everybody's scrambling around. Shai for three! Off the rim, no good. Colonels take over. Pecorelli pushes up. In the corner, Bova. Top of the key, Henry for three! Off the rim, no good. Colonels get the rebound. Pecorelli in the paint. Turns and fires. Does not make the basket. No three times the charm as the Bulldogs take control.
Good job by triple teaming him, and he actually got the shot off.
Timeout called by head coach John Baptiste of the Bulldogs with 11:21 to go and the Bulldogs leading 10-7.
Tell you right now, it looks like the Colonels want to establish the play in the paint. They got high pick and roll, got a high weave going on, but Brooklyn College doing a great job of communicating on defense, identifying who has the ball, and getting out on the wings and preventing those deep three-point shots.
Now, Rob Pecorelli for the Colonels, he only has 5 points, still leading everybody on the court, and it's a low-scoring game. Bulldogs leading 10-7, but he is dangerous.
Oh, yes, most dangerous. He's averaging 15.3. He's the second leading scorer on the team, and he has a nice feather touch, and he's lanky and long, and that's why he's been doing a good job on the offensive board, getting his own rebound. But, again, Brooklyn College got to identify where they are and who they are and make sure they get their eyes on who has the ball.
But the Bulldogs reciprocating that. They're moving the ball around very well. Made a couple of mental errors, but they haven't made any bad mistakes. They haven't turned the ball over like we've seen in the past, where to the point where the opponents are going to be taken over. So good work for the Bulldogs, but something's got to give because they have some serious opportunities to pull away, and they're only up by 3.
Yeah, they've missed some open opportunities, some bad passes there. They haven't hit the open three-pointer, but again, it's early in the game. They're getting their feet wet. They haven't seen this team before, so they got to find out, where the lacking is and where the open spots are. But what I like to say is this: they're not playing tight. They're not playing laid back. They're not playing something that's not what they like to do. They're bringing their game to it. They haven't turned up the high intensity yet, getting that transition game going. But again, like I said, it's early in the game.
The winner of this game will travel down to Hood College in Maryland for the ECAC quarterfinals, as they will take on the winner of the number 2 Rutgers-Newark game versus the number 3 Stevenson College. Bulldogs are no strangers to Stevenson College from Hoboken, New Jersey. They've visited here a couple times, and the Bulldogs have traveled out to Hoboken a couple times as well. Noah Shy tries to get it to Josephat off his hands, out of bounds. So we're going to get you some substitution names as the play goes along. In for the Colonels is number 33, Jake Roble, the freshman forward, 6'6" from Middlesex, New Jersey, went to Middlesex High School.
Another one of those 6'6" players they have on that bench.
With possession, Jack Bova. Now number 32, Zach Walser is in play. The senior forward, 6'6" from Marcellus, New York, went to Bishop Ludden High School.
So they got 2 twin towers on the court.
Collar hands it off to Roble. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Collar trying to drive in. Quick three-point shot by Bova is good.
And that's what Bova is known for. He's known for shooting the 3 off the bench.
All tied up at 10 apiece. 10:35 to go in this first half. Tesserero over to Nathan Josephat, now David Melman. McLean holding. Bulldogs are going to have a substitution coming in shortly. That's going to be Nico Serrano. McLean still with possession. Bounce pass to the corner. Josephat fires for 3. Off the rim, no good. He almost got his rebound. Henry, but feeling a lot of pressure, and it loses the ball to David Melman. So now the Bulldogs have a fresh shot clock. In the corner, McLean for 3. Oh, hits the top of the backboard, but they didn't whistle the play dead. The Colonels have possession. We're now at the halfway point of this first half. It's all tied up at 10 apiece. Stolen away by McLean. McLean driving it for the breakaway. Up and makes the basket!
Oh, he picked the pocket and went coast to coast.
Bulldogs now with a 12-10 lead. 9:46 to go in this first half. Henry for the Colonels, feeling the pressure as he throws it over to Jake Roble. In the corner, number 15, Jack Bova. Top of the key, Collar. Now bounce pass outside of the paint, Zach Walser. Walser turns the fire shot, no good. Ooh, Roble.
Rebound by Josephat.
Roble will swipe it for it now. McLean for 3. Makes the basket!
There it is!
Nothing but net for Anthony McLean. His 3-point basket's good. 15-10, Bulldogs leading. McLean now with 5 points on the night. In the corner, Collar for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Walser, excuse me. Now the Colonels have a fresh shot clock. Landon Henry with possession, feeling a lot of pressure from McLean. McLean already has 1 steal this night. Collar. Oh, and hands it off to Bova, trying to get it to the paint to Roble, but there's an offensive foul on the play against Bova.
Who's in the middle of that again? Mr. Tesserero.
Tesserero playing with a bandage on his hand, but it doesn't seem to be slowing him down. So now Nathan Josephat's going to take a quick seat for the Bulldogs, and in play is number 22, Nico Serrano, the guard, 5'11" sophomore from Valley Stream, New York, went to Valley Stream Central High School in Long Island.
And that charge was a 15 Bova, his first of the night.
Anthony McLean for the Bulldogs with possession, feeling the pressure from Walser. And he gets a 3-point basket, is good. Have to look at my notes real quick, and he goes for the 3.
That's Mr. Infusion McLean.
18-10, Bulldogs leading here at the West Quad Gymnasium. Serrano almost knocked the ball away from Collar. Landon Henry with possession, feeling the pressure from the Bulldogs. Robinson inside the paint. Collar hands it off to Walser. Walser, quick floaters up, no good. Noah Shy corrals the rebound for the Bulldogs. Michael Tesserero hands off to McLean.
Oh, he looked like he was going to take the 3.
That's from way downtown, but knowing how he plays, he probably would have shot for it. McLean getting help from Melman. Quick shot for three. It is good.
Oh, he's picking up where he left off right here in the West Quad Gymnasium. He's got the gym on fire.
Timeout called by the Colonels. 7:53 to go. 21-10. Bulldogs leading.
Woo, man, oh man. Listen, he might not be Vinny Microwave Johnson from the Bad Boys Detroit Pistons, but right now he is infusing this Brooklyn College team with 3 3-pointers in a row, and now Brooklyn's up by 11.
So head coach Izzy Metz of the Colonels called this timeout. A smart timeout call, try to slow down Anthony McClain of the Bulldogs, but now he has to wake up the rest of his team, in particular Rob Pecorelli. He only has 5 points now, but he's not on the court, so they have to do something.
I don't know why he's not on the court. I mean, there's 7 minutes left in the first half. He's your leading scorer right now. Why is he on the bench? I don't know. But right now, Brooklyn College has all the momentum. And what is the Colonels going to do to stop this onslaught by the Bulldogs?
Back in play for the Colonels is number 21, Donovan Breeding. Landon Henry moves up for the Bulldogs, for the Colonels, excuse me. Now Marcus Robinson with possession. Robinson feeling the pressure from Tesserero. 17 seconds on the shot clock, so throws it back to Henry on his left. Now on his left is Sean Collar. Top of the paint, Breeding. Breeding drives it from the right. Spinorama can't get a shot up, but he's going to be whistled for a travel.
David Melman with the double team made him travel.
Fundamental basketball defense. You always keep your hands up.
And good help defense.
And that's exactly what David Melman did to turn the ball over. And now Bulldogs with possession. Tesserero feeling a lot of pressure from the Colonels as he gets it over to Anthony McClain. McClain moving from his left and right. Inside the paint, Melman now shy for three! Off the rim, no good.
Oh, that would have lit this gym up.
And Sean Collar with the rebound, now moves up for the Colonels. Hands it off to Robinson. Marcus Robinson driving it from the right, but tries to bounce past the Bowen. Scramble for it into the paint. They haven't called anything yet. Now they're going to call a jump ball, and it's going to be Bulldogs with possession.
That's what I like to see about this Bulldog team. They will get on the ground. They'll fight for the ball. They'll scrap. They'll fight. They'll bite. They'll do whatever they can. And right now, David Melman has picked up the intensity on the defensive end.
Connor Evans is back in play for the Colonels, as well as number 11, Rob Pecorelli.
I figured they won't get him back in the game because right now, offensively, they don't have no continuity.
6:45 to go in this first half. 21-10, Bulldogs leading. Winner of this game will travel down to Maryland, down I-95.
Oh.
McClain, ball does not get near him. Serrano throws the ball out of bounds. So now the Colonels with possession.
Serrano thought McClain was going to come off the wing, and he cut to the basket, and that's why the ball went out of bounds.
Pecorelli. Now Bowen. Pecorelli with possession yet again. Hands off to Robinson. Cross court to Breeding. Breeding for three. Does not hit anything. Ball almost went out of bounds off of Bowen's hands, but he's able to keep it in. 9 seconds of shot clock. Pecorelli drives it. Shot. Do they count the basket?
Yes, they did. They counted the basket. And they gave the foul to Tesserero.
So 6:15 to go. Pecorelli's going to line up for his N1 shot.
That was just a bad bounce. They had the rebound there. It just went a little higher.
Completes the three-point play. 21-13, Bulldogs leading in here at the West Quad Gymnasium. Want to thank all the fans at Wilkes University tuning in this evening. Tesserero hands it off to McClain. McClain with some serious moves as he's in the paint. Shot is up and it's good.
McClain wheeling, dealing, and putting the ball in the basket.
Colonels need a response. Connor Evans hands it out to Robinson. Robinson still holding. Now Breeding. Top to keep Pecorelli, and he's going to be.
Yeah, Serrano with the hand check.
You're right. Nico Serrano for the Bulldogs is whistled for that foul.
Fourth team foul.
Both teams with 4 fouls in this first half with 5:42 to go. So Pecorelli's going to inbound the ball next to the Bulldogs bench. Breeding. And stolen away by McClain. McClain on the breakaway shot, and it's no good.
Oh.
But he gets his own rebound. Oh, look at this move to Serrano. His shot is no good. Nifty work by the Bulldogs, but they couldn't finish the play, and now Evans with the response. His shot is no good. Bowen with the rebound. Now Evans with control. Breeding. Bulldogs putting a lot of pressure against these Colonels. Robinson drives it, but bounce pass back to Pecorelli. Pecorelli with 8 points tonight, but he loses the ball to Noah Shai. 2-on-1 developing. Bounce pass to McLean. In the corner, fires for three. Oh, he hits the rim, no good. Robinson gets a rebound. Quick transition play. We got 3-on-1 developing. Robinson from the left is up, no good. Rebound by Bowen and makes the basket. 23-15. Bulldogs leading, 4:50 to go in this first half.
Fast-paced first half.
Tesserero for the Bulldogs. Can help from Noah Shai as he moves to his right. In the paint, shot is no good, but they're going to call a foul on the play.
On number 21, that's going to be on Breeding. That's going to be his first. Team's fifth.
They won't count the shot as the foul took place before Tesserero got the ball out of his hands.
But that's the fifth team foul and 2 more, and they'll put Brooklyn in the bonus 1-1.
So Breeding is sitting, and now in play is number 13, Drake Marshall, the freshman guard, 6'3" from Gainesville, Virginia. Went to Patriot High School, is now in play for the Colonels. Noah Wright also back at, Jordan Wright, who fires a shot for three inside the paint, no good. So he's back in play, so Nico Serrano is going to sit. Pecorelli drives, fires, shot, and it's good.
Oh, nice body control by Pecorelli.
Colonels are coming back in. They're only trailing by 6, 4:17 to go.
And now they're giving the ball to their scorer, number 11, Pecorelli.
Anthony McLean. I'm getting Jordan Wright and Anthony McLean confused for good reason, though. McLean in the corner, feeling the pressure as he steps back out. He has 10 seconds on the shot clock, 4 minutes to go in this first half. Jordan Wright. Look at this move. Bounce pass to Shai, makes a basket.
Oh, good eyes by Jordan Wright to get the ball to Shai.
3:48 to go, 25-17. Bulldogs leading over the Wilkes University Colonels. Bowen inside the paint. Robinson almost lost control. Marshall drives in, fires shot. It is no good, but there's a foul on the play. Oh, now one of the officials called a charging foul.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say, because Jordan Wright was standing there with his hands outstretched. There was no way he moved his feet.
So the official at the baseline was calling it a foul, and then the one on the near sideline who we couldn't see called it a charging foul.
Because he had the better view of the play from behind where the ball was.
So Jordan Wright inbounds the ball to Tesserero with 3:34 to go in this first half. The Bulldogs leading 25-17 over the Colonels. Anthony McLean bounce pass to Tesserero, feeling the pressure from Evans. Wright. I'm getting my names confused now. Sorry.
It's
McLean
okay.
with possession, feeling the pressure from Marshall as he drives in. Hook shot is up, no good. Marshall gets the rebound for the Colonels. Marshall over at Evans all over 3, makes the basket.
And that's Connor Evans' first shot made of the night.
So 3-point shot by Connor Evans is good. 25-20. Bulldogs still leading. Nathan Josephat's getting ready to check back in for the Bulldogs. Melman top of the key. Now McLean, pump fake, fires for 3. Off the rim, no good. This is a small fight for the rebound, but Pecorelli gets it for the Colonels. Pecorelli moves up, now hands off to Robinson for 3. Off the rim, no good. Bowen almost got the rebound, but they're going to call a foul on the play against Jordan Wright.
Oh.
It's because he was coming down and he fell on Wright, so they called the foul on Wright.
But here's my thing. Wright is just standing there. The guy jumps over him.
And you can see he's still questioning the call.
Yeah, because what is Jordan supposed to do? He's supposed to move and let the guy fall on his head? I mean, you know.
I'm not going to argue with the call. I would have done the same thing, and I don't know anything about basketball. I'm all hockey, and you know that. So Anthony McLean's going to take a quick breather for the Bulldogs, and back in play is Nathan Josephat. And now a foul against David Melman of the Bulldogs. So each team with 6 fouls in this first half. With 2:28 to go, Pecorelli inbounds the ball to Evans. Evans getting some help from Bowen as he throws to Pecorelli for 3. Off the rim, no good. Oh, look at this by Marshall. Shot no good. 3 times the charm by Robinson. Nope, but there is a foul on the play.
They call it on Josephat, I believe.
You're correct on that. So that is the 7th team foul against the Bulldogs in this first half. So Marcus Robinson is going to line up for 2 shots as it was in the act of shooting. And the first shot is good.
Robinson's first point.
So the Bulldogs had a 8-point lead at some point in this game, and now they're only leading by 3 as the second shot is good with 2:19 to go. Jordan Wright for the Bulldogs shouts at the orders as he moves up court. Moves over his left. Tesserero underneath the basket. Shot is up, no good. Melman gets the rebound. Almost went out of bounds. Tries to bounce pass it to Josephat in the paint, but Evans takes control for the Colonels. Evans bounce pass to Pecorelli. Shot is good.
And now the Colonels are running and gunning.
25-24, minute 52 to go in this first half.
12 points for Pecorelli.
So Michael Tesserero hands it off to Jordan Wright. Melman, top of the key. Used to seeing a player like Melman near the paint underneath the basket, but now he's at the top of the key. Noah Shai with possession. Shai turns and fires, can't get a good shot off, and Marshall is able to get it, but there's a scramble in the paint. Noah Shai is able to steal away. Shot is up, and it's good!
Oh, Noah Shai did not give up on the play, and that's why he came away with the steal and the basket.
So Marshall couldn't quite control that, and Noah Shai was able to get away with the ball. Now a shot by Bowen is in and out, no good. Bulldogs with control. Melman fell awkwardly, but he's back up. Now quick shot by Noah Shai is no good. Quick transition play, look at this, Pecorelli. Shot is up, and he's denied by David Melman. Now Jordan Wright moves up for the Bulldogs. Jordan Wright tried to get it to Noah Shai in the paint, but Josephat is able to get it for the Bulldogs. Less than a minute to go in this first half. Jordan Wright's going to slow things down, feeling the pressure from Drake Marshall of the Colonels. Hands off to Josephat. Now Tesserero. They have 10 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to make a play real quick. Tesserero getting help from Melman. 5 seconds. Right for 3. Hits the rim, no good. Bowen corrals the rebound. There's like a half of a second differential, so the shot clock is still on. Robinson. Now Bowen. 18 to go in this first half. Bowen moving slowly. They're going to try to make the last play of this first half, unless Shai has another say about that. 7 seconds. Bowen inside the paint. Now, no, excuse me, that was that was Evans to Bowen, but they're going to call a foul on the play against David Melman.
That was so late. He got the block. The ball got rebounded by Brooklyn, and then he calls the foul.
I kept saying that Bowen had possession. I was incorrect. It was Connor Evans with possession who threw it to Evans to Bowen. It's been a long week. I do apologize if I got any names incorrect, but the play is happening I wouldn't say way too fast, but the play is happening fast, and that's a good thing.
It's moving. The pace is great.
Tommy Bowen's first shot is up, and it is good. So 2.5 seconds to go in this first half. Landon Henry back in play for the Colonels, so Connor Evans is going to take a seat. Bulldogs leading 27-25. Second shot is up, and it is good, so it's a 1-point differential.
And what happened?
It's a quick substitution. Jake Robles back in play for the Colonels, so Tommy Bowen is going to shoot. Jake Robel, my apologies for mispronouncing his name. Tesserero, 1 second, shot is up, and it is hits the backboard, but nowhere near the rim. And that's the end of the first half with the Bulldogs leading 27-26.
Yeah, fast-paced ball game, and interesting to see how both teams came out in this first half. Very low scoring. I'd like to see what the stats are as far as shooting percentages from the field. But I tell you right now, Brooklyn College has to be, I don't want to say happy because, you had an 8-point lead, now it's down to 1. But they have to be pleased with how they're playing defensively, because right now Pecorelli took over at the second half of that first half, so you got to pay attention to him. But defensively, their communication, David Melman's been a stud in the paint, blocking shots, getting rebounds, hustling after the ball. So right now, I think Brooklyn College going into halftime, regroup, got to settle themselves down a little bit. I think they're going a little too fast-paced, getting some bad passes intercepted. Take your time and then finish the fast break plays that they had.
The turning point for the Colonels is when Izzy Metz called that timeout after McLean was going on a big tear, and he was able to settle his team down. He eventually got Pecorelli back on the court, and the Colonels, they've been able to take over this game, and they're now within 1.
Yeah, and it's all because he had Pecorelli. We mentioned it earlier. Pecorelli was on the bench like, well, this is why Brooklyn's going to run, because your top scorer is not on the court. As soon as he came on the court, bang, 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 here you go, and now you got it down to 1.
Yeah. And then the Bulldogs, they sat Anthony McLean for a bit, and that's how the Colonels were able to catch back up. But some amazing plays, especially by Noah Shai, putting on a lot of pressure, getting in the lanes of the Colonels, and we saw that last play between him and Jake Marshall in the paint, where there was a big not a big scramble, but Marshall handcuffed the ball. Noah Shai was able to make up for the last shot that he missed and was able to make that big basket, and that's why the Bulldogs are still leading.
And this is what I like about this Bulldog team. It's not one player that you look out for. It's not two. It's a whole team effort. You got David Melman coming off the bench giving you high-quality minutes. You got McLean coming off the bench shooting the lights out. And I was talking to Coach Baptiste before the game. He said Noah Shai is the key to this offense, and right now he's showing you little bits and pieces of how his game's going to develop from this year going on to the rest of his college career.
The winner of this game will travel down to Maryland at Hood College for the remainder of the ECAC tournament. They're going to be playing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday into the championship game. And we're going to just finish the coverage here, and then we'll get you all the links so you can watch it live if you're unable to travel down. But at the end of the first half, it is the Bulldogs leading the Colonels 27-26. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to go over some official stats for the first half, interview with assistant coach Albert Barbosa of the Bulldogs, and then second half coverage here between the Bulldogs and the Colonels. Zach Bunnick alongside Pat Brown. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
All right.
All right, Zach Bunnick back here with assistant coach Albert Barbosa of the Bulldogs. Coach, I want to get your assessment on why are we seeing the Colonels bouncing back after we saw Anthony McLean going on a major tear in the beginning?
Too many empty trips. We got steals, block shots. We got rebounds. We go to the opposite end, turn the ball over. Oh, we take bad shots.
We're seeing a lot of David Melman on the court, but given his height compared to the rest of the Colonels, we're not seeing him playing in the paint. Why is he out in the perimeter?
No, it's just he's just running a lot of pick and rolls, side pick and rolls. So once he's doing that, he's just, I think he has to get moving, like dive. He's not doing that, and you're correct.
So going into the second half, the Bulldogs still seem to have the momentum. What are you telling your team to do?
Oh, just the energy. I mean, we were there. We brought the energy when Anthony started making those threes, and then it just got flat, and then the bench just went flat. So it's just the energy that we have to bring, and they got to learn that. They're still learning.
All right, well, best of luck to you. Hopefully the energy will come back.
Pleasure.
All right, assistant coach Albert Barbosa will take a quick break. I'm going to bring back Pat Brown, go over stats.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we don't have the stats. Yeah, we never got the stats. But I did take unofficial stats.
Yes, let's go over the unofficial stats, please.
So right now, for the Colonels, you have Rob Pecorelli with 12 points. You have Tommy Bowden with 6, and Bova and Evans with 3 apiece. For Brooklyn College, you have McLean with 13, Shaw with 6, Wright with 5, and Tesserero with 3. Unofficially.
Unofficially, I wish we had the percentage as far as the shooting goes, but we do see it's relatively even between both teams.
Yes, relatively even, but I didn't hear what Coach Barbosa said. I was doing some stats.
So what Coach Barbosa said was that the team is just playing flat, especially coming off the bench. McLean went on an amazing run, and you thought that would bring life to the team, but they seem to not necessarily out of gas, but just out of energy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. There's like certain players that are high energy and other players that usually bring high energy, and they're not bringing that energy as they used to. I'm sure that they addressed that in the locker room because, listen, this team's not going to go away. They're the number 1 seed in ECAC for a reason, so you know that they're going to bring their A game. They just went on a 7-0 run to knock it down to 1-point lead. So what you have to do is you got to match that and at least match it. You might not be better in it, but you got to at least match it to have a chance. Now, you built an 8-point lead. You got to do the same things in the second half that you did in the first half, and then you got to do it even better because you know they're not going to shy away from contact.
Yeah, and Rob Pecorelli for the Colonels, Bulldogs have to find a way to silence him, and when he's on the court, he's making a serious presence. He's all over the place, especially in the paint, creating a lot of plays, and that could cause a lot of havoc for the Bulldogs in the second half if they cannot contain him.
You know what he does well? He follows his shot. You don't see a lot of young players doing that nowadays. They'll shoot it, admire the shot, look and see if it's going to go in. No, he's shooting the ball. He's getting after it. He's getting offensive rebounds. He's playing hard-nosed defense. Like you say, he's all around the court. Yeah. So now Brooklyn used to do for the season is you had 6 or 7 guys doing that. Right now you got to do that and find out where Pecorelli's going to be and make sure you got somebody's hands in his face.
Now the Colonels are playing without their top scorer, number 12, Mark Mullins, out with an undisclosed injury. And the Colonels, they're getting a lot of contributions from everybody on the court, which is just absolutely phenomenal to watch.
Well, listen, like I said, they're the number 1 seed for a reason. It's not just based on one guy scoring. Like I said, they have 5 people in double digits averaging for the season, so obviously they can shoot the basketball. But now what Brooklyn has to do is identify where the ball is. See, when they're rotating the ball and doing that weave, you got to identify when your man switches and then stay with the man that you've switched to. Because once you turn your head, that guy's open and they're passing the ball and he's going to shoot the open shot. So you got to communicate, talk to your teammates, let them know where everything is going, and then play hard-nosed defense.
It's the ECAC Round 1, number 4 Bulldogs against the number 1 Colonels. The winner of this game will travel down to Maryland for the weekend tournament. Zach Bunnick with Pat Brown. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's going to be the second half here at the West Quad Gymnasium. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right, the Colonels are going to start the second half with possession. Let's put 20 minutes on the clock. Robinson inbounds the ball to Connor Evans. Now the Colonels are going from left to right on your computer screen and smartphones. Want to thank everybody from all over who's tuned in to watch this evening. Robinson hands it off to Evans. Excuse me, the Bowen. Bowen inside the paint. Can't get now he gets a shot off. In and out, no good. Jordan Wright gets the rebound for the Bulldogs. So it's the same starting five for the Bulldogs. They're going from right to left on your computer screen and smartphones. Jordan Wright feeling a lot of pressure from Marcus Robinson. Almost loses it, but he's able to get away from his defenders. Inside the paint is up, and it is good.
Oh, nice move by Jordan right there, getting away from the triple team and putting the basket in.
Jordan Wright trying to get some energy going for his Bulldogs as he makes the basket. Robinson almost lost it for the Colonels, but now he has control. Bounce pass to Bowen. Now back to Robinson. Robinson is stripped away by Jordan Wright. Now Wright moves up for the Bulldogs. Bounce pass to Shy outside the paint, but now he's going to step back. Wright, pump fake over to Josephat for three. Off the rim, no good. Breeding corrals the rebound for the Colonels, trying to get everybody off guard as he was throwing it out to Tommy Bowen, but it goes out of bounds. But off of a Bulldog's hand, so it's going to remain Colonel's ball.
Both Tesserero and Josephat had a chance to try and get that.
Pecorelli's going to inbound the ball. Over to Robinson. Bounce pass to Bowen outside the paint. Being guarded by Jade Spencer of the Bulldogs. Spencer only played like the first 5 minutes of the game before he was taken out. So that shot by Breeding is no good.
Wright with the rebound.
Wright holding. Hands off to Tesserero. Already a minute and a half gone by in this second half, and the Bulldogs on a 2-0 run to start. Josephat. Jade Spencer, top of the key. Wright, pump fake. Shy, 8 seconds, shot is up, and it is no good. Bowen gets the rebound. Tried to get quick touches of play. He was tipped by a Bulldog. Evans now throws it out to Pecorelli for three. Shot is off the rim, no good. And now the Bulldogs take control. Tesserero. Look at this. Noah Shy makes the basket.
Nice alley-oop there to Shy.
Gotta love those set plays when they connect. Bulldogs leading 31-26.
Shy's on Pecorelli.
Now Connor Evans. Evans moving around, gets it over to Pecorelli. Look at this, Breeding for three. Off the rim, no good. Pecorelli gets the rebound. Bowen, shot is up, and it is good, and the foul.
There you go. Pecorelli getting involved all the time, following shot. Almost got the offensive rebound, but tipped it to his teammate, and he got the foul and the basket.
So that foul is going against Jade Spencer. It's his third foul.
And Spencer is going to have to sit down again, I believe.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Head coach John Baptiste of the Bulldogs elects not to make a substitution.
Maybe you bring back Melman, maybe you bring back Alpha Ba or Elise Nadrecki, and I see Melman getting off the bench.
Here comes the substitute as the N1 shot is good by Bowen. So now Jade Spencer is going to sit. No word if he's going to come back because we're so used to seeing him take a quick break, but it was Melman that stayed on the court for the remainder of that first half.
And I think you're going to see Melman stay on the court. He's got 2 fouls, by the way, though.
So 17:25 to go. 31-29. Bulldogs leading over the Colonels. The winner of this game will go down to Maryland for the ECAC tournament. Tesserero out to Josephat in the corner. Wright almost loses the ball. Tesserero back to Wright. Wright for three. Off the rim, no good. Melman fight for the rebound. It stayed inbounds, but Breeding has it for the Colonels. Robinson for three. It makes the basket.
And that's the all-time three-point maker for the Colonels, knocking it down.
3-point shot by Marcus Robinson's good. The Colonels now have their first lead since the beginning of the first half. They're up 32-31. Tesserero with possession, feeling the pressure from Connor Evans. Tries to get it to Melman in the paint. Almost loses it, but he still has it. Bounce pass to Wright. Josephat for three. Hits the rim, no good. And look at this, quick transition play. Breeding with a breakaway. Shot is up, and it is good. Timeout called by head coach John Baptiste of the Bulldogs. 16:26 to go, and the Colonels are leading 34-31.
Breeding was basket hanging right there. He didn't play any defense. He was hanging around in between half court and the three-point line, and that's why he had an easy shot for the layup, because he wasn't playing any defense.
So it looked like at the very beginning that the Bulldogs had some energy back, but it's really the Colonels that are just woken up with an explosion. And now they have the lead.
It's Robinson hitting that three that really ignited them. Pecorelli again missing the shot, but going after the offensive rebound, tipping it to his teammate who got the and one. So right now, again, you got to identify where the ball is, which Brooklyn College has been doing a good job of that. But on the offensive end, you got to finish. They're having a hard time finishing to start the second half.
Both teams back out on the court. Nathan Josephat is going to sit for the Bulldogs. And in play is number 4, Anthony McLean. Michael Tesserow's going to inbound the ball, but he's got to get it to one of his teammates quick. Nobody was paying attention, but Bulldogs now have control. 16:20 to go. Tesserow moves over to his right. Bounce pass to Jordan Wright. Now McLean tries to get to Melman in the paint, but it's taken away by the Colonels. Robinson to Bowen. Bowen holding outside the paint. And now that is number 3, Connor Evans for 3. Shot is no good.
Rebound by McLean.
McLean with the rebound, has control, gets it over to Tesserero. Bounce pass to Shai outside the paint. Turns the fire, shot is up, and it is good.
Noah Shai in the paint.
For a quick second, I thought he was going to be whistled for a travel with that quick move. But nonetheless, he makes the basket. Bulldogs are trailing 34-33. McLean diving for the ball. It's still very loose. Look at this in the corner. Noah Shai is able to save it. Inside the paint, makes a basket.
Oh, yes, there it is. Transition basketball 101.
I wish we had it's a replay because the Colonels just made a mental error. Breeding. Now over to Pecorelli for 3. Makes a basket.
Again, leaving him wide open on the wing.
Now the score is going back and forth. The Colonels are up 37-35 with that 3-point basket by Rob Pecorelli. Pecorelli leading everybody in the court with 15 points tonight. Jordan Wright, top of the key. He's going to get help from David Melman. Comes back out from the paint. Bounce pass to Melman. Tesserero in the corner. McLean, Wright almost loses the ball. Quick floater is up, and it is off the rim, no good. Does he get the rebound? No, he doesn't. Pecorelli moves up for the Colonels. Pecorelli now holding, gets over to Robinson, far sideline. Cross-court pass to Evans. Bowen along the baseline. And now Robinson for 3. Off the rim, no good. Bowen gets the rebound. Bowen trying to get it to one of his teammates. Now he does. Pecorelli in the corner. Robinson, top of the paint. Shot is good. Colonels with a 39-35 lead. They're going to try to pull away. Bulldogs going to make a substitute shortly.
And that's going to be
Ori Cohen.
Ori Cohen.
Michael Tesserero to Noah Shai underneath the basket. Denied by Bowen. Now quick transition to play. Pecorelli almost lost the ball out of bounds, but Evans has control for the Colonels. Bowen to Robinson. Shot is up, and it's good.
Time for a timeout for Brooklyn right now.
I see nothing going on along the sideline for either coach. Jordan Wright going to dictate the play, and now a player charge timeout with 13:47 to go. Colonels leading 41-35.
And right now, Brooklyn's getting their doors blown open on the defensive end because right now, Robinson has now taken control of the offense, hitting the 3, and now he's not in the first half. He was in the paint. Now he's on the wing because, again, I said he is the top 3-point shooter in Colonel history. He had 285 coming in. He's knocked down 3, so he's got 288. So right now you got Pecorelli and Robinson percolating outside the arc.
So we know of 2 substitutions for the Bulldogs, and I'm going to read them to you right now. So Nico Serrano, number 22, is coming back in, and now hitting the court for the first time, number 11, Ori Cohen, the guard, 6'1" junior from Northport, New York, went to Northport High School. And the thing about Ori Cohen is once he gets started, you can't stop him.
Yeah, you got him on the court now with Serrano and McLean, or did they take McLean out to substitute?
Well, I'm looking. Tesserero is out, and it looks like Noah Shai is out as well.
Okay.
So McLean is going to stay in
So
play.
now you got 3 players that can hit from deep behind the arc and can penetrate and dish.
13:47 to go. You're watching the ECAC Round 1 between the Brooklyn College Bulldogs and the Wilkes University Colonels here on WBCR, Brooklyn College Radio, even though we're on TV now. But it's still your home for live Bulldog sports. Zach Bundick here alongside Pat Brown. Again, we want to thank everybody who's tuned in this evening from all over, from New York to Pennsylvania to Ohio to California to maybe Canada. Maybe somebody on the other side of the globe is watching during their daytime.
So Cohen, Serrano, Wright, McLean, and Melman.
So Wright is the only starter who's currently in play for the Bulldogs. Anthony McLean, shot is up. It is denied by Bowen, but Cohen gets the ball. Serrano, 8 seconds of the shot clock. McLean, 4 seconds. McLean's going to have to make a play real quick. 2 seconds and 1. Shot is up, and it is off the rim, no good. Bowen gets the rebound.
How he got that to the rim, I don't know.
It's McLean we're talking about.
Oh.
Quick floor for three by Jake Marshall is in play, no good. Robinson with the rebound, scramble for it, but now McLean's able to push up for the Bulldogs. McLean gets away from one defender. Now he throws it back out to Serrano. Right, uncontested, inside the perimeter. A floater is up, and it is no good.
Oh.
Jake Marshall gets the rebound for the Colonels.
Now Brooklyn can't hit a shot.
Robinson for three, off the rim, no good. Robinson gets his own rebound, and Bowen underneath the basket, and he makes the basket.
That was lack of hustle for Brooklyn College. First time I've seen it. The rebound fell in front of three guys, and nobody went after it.
Colonels are playing like they are the number one seed. They're showing why. Serrano for the Bulldogs. Melman. Hands off to Ori Cohen. Colonels leading 43-35. McLean for three. Off the rim, no good. It goes behind the shot clock. So it's going to be Colonel's ball.
Brooklyn College can't buy a basket, and now they're down by 8. Need a defensive stop right here.
Connor Evans feeling the pressure from Nico Serrano as he crosses center court. Evans throws out at Pecorelli. Cross court to Marshall. Look at this. Evans for three. Makes a basket. Nothing but net. 46-35. The Colonels are leading over the Bulldogs.
And now they're shooting everything from three-point range, going inside out.
Jordan Wright for the Bulldogs has control. Gets away from one defender's shot. Over to Melman. Shot is up. It is no good. Gets his own rebound. Shot is up from the left. No good. 3 times the charm. Turns and fires. Hook shot is no good. Can't go for 4 as Robinson gets rebound for the Colonels. Quick transition play. Pecorelli gets away from his defenders. It was McLean who fell. A foul on the play. I'm going to take it you disagree with the call.
I may not disagree with the call, but why you wait so late to make that call? He saw it. He was right there. He's in position. You got the whistle in your mouth. Why are you waiting 3 seconds to blow it? That's all I'm saying.
So Pecorelli is going to line up for his 2 shots. Foul is going against Ori Cohen. And we're going to see a substitution, a player that we were talking about during the half off camera. His Pecorelli shot is good. So in for the Bulldogs is number 14, Alpha Ba, the guard 6'5" sophomore from Brooklyn, New York, went to Achievement First High School. He was in the starting 5 rotation for the Bulldogs when Jade Spencer was out with an injury. But now Ba is off of the bench. So Nico Serrano is going to sit. Second shot by Pecorelli is good. Pecorelli leading everybody on the court with 17 points. This team is leading 48-35 here at the West Quad Gymnasium in Brooklyn, New York. Wright with possession. Top of the key, Ba. McLean drives in. Shot is up. No good. Scramble for the rebound. Almost went out of bounds. Robinson with possession, but he is fouled against Ori Cohen.
That was Cohen they called the foul on?
Yep.
Yes.
And so that is his second foul. No activity happening at the Bulldogs bench. So Cohen's going to stay in play. As Drake Marshall is going to inbound the ball for the Colonels.
Okay, what's going on?
I think they're going to be talking about the shot clock. Because right now it's showing 30. No, they don't. They're not going to reset it. Nonetheless, play resumes. Evans. Connor Evans with the ball. I almost call him Chris Evans. Bowen top of the key, being guarded by Melman. Hands off to Connor. Knocks it into Melman, but there's no foul in the play. Bowen for three! Off the rim, no good. Scramble for the rebound. Robinson almost had it, but Alphabet is able to get it for the Bulldogs. Quick transition play. Jordan Wright. Now I'm about to say other people like David Wright, but he's not playing. He doesn't do basketball. He's a baseball player.
Yeah, well, now he's a retired baseball player.
He's now a retired baseball player. Do you hear they might be retiring his number 5?
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Another note, he's the last captain in Major League Baseball, or was the last captain. No other team has a captain now.
That is true. It's rare to have a captain in Major League Baseball. It's usually like an honorary title. But here in basketball, being a captain, even though you don't have the C on your jersey, means a lot because it shows that you are a true leader for your team.
Yes.
Jordan Wright with possession. David Melman, quick floater is up, but it is no good. Ba is able to get it. Shot is up, and it's good.
Alpha Ba inserting his presence.
So I think the Bulldogs, their team captain is Michael Tesserero, but he's on the bench right now. Pecorelli with possession. They're going to call a foul on the play against Alpha Ba of the Bulldogs.
That's number 4 for the team and first for Alpha Ba.
Colonels have not been whistled for a foul yet in this half, as they are leading 48-37. Bowen underneath the basket, shot no good, but they called the foul long before he got the shot off. The foul's going against Melman.
Let him play, officials. Let him play.
So David Melman, that's his 3rd foul. Jade Spencer also has 3 fouls, but he's on the bench. But they're going to elect to keep Melman in. Marshall tries to get it to Bowen, almost stepped out of bounds with possession, but now Jordan Wright takes over for the Bulldogs.
No foul.
Oh, they're saying that the ball went out of bounds off of Wright's hands as I thought he tipped it out of bounds, but it's a turnover, so Colonels with possession. So Mike Tesserero is back in play for the Bulldogs, and Jordan Wright, who seemed a little lost in that play, is now going to sit.
I thought it was foul, to tell you the truth. He called Ori Cohen on a foul. That was less contact than that.
Nonetheless, play resumes. Pecorelli with possession for the Colonels. Gets over to Marshall, who throws it to Robinson. Robinson. Now Pecorelli back to Robinson for 3. Off the rim, no good. Pecorelli gets the rebound. Robinson elects not to shoot a 3-point yet again. But Evans inside the paint. Pecorelli shot.
Charge?
No, they're going to call the blocking foul. And it's going against Ori Cohen.
That's Cohen's 3rd foul. So now Brooklyn College has got 16 fouls and one more. They put the 1-and-1 for the Colonels.
And Jade Spencer's going to come back into play for the Bulldogs. So I believe
and you take
David
Melman's
going to sit, yeah?
I don't agree with that one.
What are you going to do? You're going to have Spencer and Melman on the court at the same time, and they're in the same position. Pecorelli's quick spinorama is good. Anthony McLean trying to get that spark back for the Bulldogs. Quick floater is up, and it is off the rim, no good. Bod corrals the rebound. Shot is up, no good, but there is a foul on the play.
Did they get Pecorelli on that one, on the elbow, or they called it somebody else?
No, went against Connor Evans.
Evans, okay. That's his 3rd, and the team's first.
So with 9:33 to go, Alpha Ba, his team is trailing by 13. First shot is up, and it is no good. Alpha Ba only with 2 points tonight. Pecorelli for the Colonels still leading everybody in the court with 19 points. And for the Bulldogs, it's Anthony McLean with his team for 13.
Waiting to see when coach is going to put Noah Shai back in the game.
Ba's 2nd shot is up, and it is good. 9:33 to go, 50-38. Colonels leading over the Bulldogs. Bowen. Hands it off to Connor. Connor Evans, excuse me. Bowen. Trying to get away from Jade Spencer. Hands it off to Evans. Quick fire for 3. Makes the basket.
Now they're heating up from behind the arc.
So a 3-point shot by Connor Evans is good. 53-38 to the Colonels are leading. Winner of this game will travel down to Maryland for the rest of the ECAC tournament. Cohen for three. Oh, in and out, no good. Bulldogs almost got the rebound, but it's Drake Marshall for the Colonels. Now Connor Evans gets help from Bowen as he goes to his left. Pecorelli can't get a shot off. Still has the ball. 18 seconds of the shot clock. Shot is up, no good, but there is a foul on the play.
Pecorelli's just nasty under the basket. He's not going to give up on any shot that he puts up.
Oh, he'll never give up.
Yeah. To his credit, that you're not supposed to give up.
Says Alphaba's second foul charged against him since he came off the bench to play in the second half.
And that's the 17th foul, and now it's 1-1 situation for the Colonels for the rest of the half, or the game, I should say.
In this play, he's getting 2 shots because he was fouled in the act of shooting, so the first shot is no good. Rob Pecorelli, the junior guard, 6'3" from Huntington, New York, went to Harbor Fields High School. Second shot is up, and it is good. Substitution for the Colonels. Back in play is number 21, Donovan Breeding. So Drake Marshall is going to sit.
So now Brooklyn's going to have to put a run on because there's 8 minutes left in the game.
Anthony McLean with possession for the Bulldogs. McLean only has 13 points tonight for his team. Tesserero is back in play for the Bulldogs. Shot by Boz, no good. Spencer shot, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to remain Bulldogs ball, but they have 14 seconds to work with. And now Noah Shai is going to come back into play for the Bulldogs.
I was wondering how long he was going to take to put Shai back in the game.
So Ori Cohen is going to sit.
But on those 2 shots, use the backboard. That's what it's there for. What?
They call the foul against the Bulldogs.
And Tesserero's like, you got to be kidding me. He's shaking his hands. He's like, what?
Went against Jade Spencer away from the play. Costly turnover for these Bulldogs as they are trailing 54-38.
4th foul on Spencer. One more and he's DQ'd.
Pecorelli is going to move up. Bounce pass to Bowen, top of the key. Bowen being guarded by Jade Spencer. Still has control of it. Hands it off to Robinson. 13 seconds of the shot clock. Robinson into the paint. Bowen, shot is up and it's good.
That was a nice pick and roll there.
Colonels are showing why they are the number 1 seed. Tesserero has possession for the Bulldogs. Colonels leading 56-38 with 7:46 to go in this second half. Tesserero for 3, off the rim, no good. Noah Shai with the rebound. He makes the basket and the foul.
Finally, something good happened for Brooklyn College on that play.
So Noah Shai is going to line up for 2 shots.
And that foul was on. I'm waiting to see who they called it on. So it went against Pecorelli. Jordan Wright's coming back into play for the Bulldogs, so Alpha is going to sit. Noah Shai getting ready for his shot is up, and it is good. So he completes the 3-point play. He's got 15 points on the night.
56-41. Colonels leading here at the West Quad Gymnasium. It's the home of the Brooklyn College Bulldogs. Evans feeling the full court press from McLean and Tesserero as he gets it out to Breeding. Breeding along the far sideline. Top of the key to Bowen. Now Robinson. 13 seconds of the shot clock. Colonels are going to have to make a play. Robinson's up and it's good. So 58-41, the Colonels are leading.
17-point lead.
McLean only has 13 points tonight. Fires for 3, off the rim and backboard, no good. Colonels have control. Evans moves up court in the paint, but he throws it out to Robinson. Almost lost the ball to Wright, but he's able to control it as he throws it to Evans. Now Bowen. Pecorelli. Now Evans for three, makes the basket.
Oh.
Nothing but net for Connor Evans. This team is leading 61-41 with 6:35 to go in this second half.
And he has not missed in the second half. Connor Evans, that is.
Jordan Wright holding. Top of the paint is Jade Spencer. Shot is up, it's good, and the foul.
Those are Spencer's first points of the game.
You're right, but he has 4 fouls against him. One more and he's out. But he's going to line up for his N1 shot. Taking a break is Rob Pecorelli for the Colonels. Back in play is number 13, Drake Marshall.
Well, they got such a big lead. They can take their scorer out because you still got Evans on the floor, who's knocked down 4 3-pointers in this second half.
Jade Spencer's N1 shot is up, and it is no good. Marshall gets the rebound. Robinson. Feeling the pressure from Jordan Wright of the Bulldogs. See everybody scrambling around. Marshall. Now top of the key, Breeding. Look at this. All the way from downtown is Evans. Shot is no good, but Wright's able to get the rebound for the Bulldogs. Quick transition play. McLean in the corner for three. Oh, does not. I think it was tipped as he did not get a good
blocked,
shot off.
Yes.
Quick transition play. Bowen underneath the basket is denied by by Jade Spencer. But there is a foul on the play.
Tesserero with the foul.
So 5:52 remaining.
So that's going to be 2 shots in the active shooting. That's the 9th foul for Brooklyn College. One more, and it's an automatic 2 shots for the Colonels.
So Donovan Breeding is going to line up for his shots. Shot is up, and it is good. Gets the friendly tip. With 5:52, the Colonels leading 61-43. And if the Bulldogs are unable to catch up, the second shot is no good, and the Bulldogs have control. So if the Colonels are able to hold this lead, Shai does not take a shot. Now Jordan Wright for three. Shot is up, no good. Colonels get the rebound. Connor Evans. Bowen tries to get to Bowen out of bounds, and it's going to be Bulldogs ball. So let me finish my thought. So if the Colonels are able to maintain this lead at the buzzer, then they're going to be traveling down to Hood College, and they're going to be playing the winner of either Rutgers Newark or Stevenson's College. And that game will take place on Friday.
Yes.
So check the schedule to see how you can watch the game if you're unable to travel down to Maryland for the game. Jordan Wright's quick floater is up, no good. Off the hands of Breeding. There was a fight between Breeding and Spencer for the ball. But it's going to be Bulldogs ball with a fresh shot clock. Noah Shai is going to inbound the ball from the Colonels baseline. Jordan Wright can't get a shot off as he is fouled on the play. So that's the fourth foul against the Colonels in this second half. They only have 4 fouls in this second half. Yeah, I just said it twice. I apologize, but the Colonels are still leading. It's the Bulldogs, I want to say, they had 9 fouls. Oh. Spencer's shot is no good. He gets his own rebound shot again, no good, but there's a foul on the play.
So Spencer's going to go to the line for 2.
Thank you for the assist. You're watching, this is usually Brooklyn College broadcast here on WBCR, but it's on YouTube this time around, your home for Live Bulldog Sports. And Spencer's shot is up, and it is good.
Rattles the first one home for his 3rd point.
If the Bulldogs are able to make a miraculous comeback and win, this will still be the final broadcast this season for these Bulldogs on this station. Second shot is good. 5:08 to go. Drake Marshall for the Colonels. Shot is up, and it is no good. There's no foul call on the play, but Breeding has it for the Colonels. They are able to get the rebound. Evans feeling the pressure from McLean. Now Bowen.
That's right. Get up on him. That's right. There you go.
Spencer putting the pressure on him. And
there you go.
Here we go. Jordan Wright coming in from the right on the breakaway. Shot is up, and it is good. 4:38 to go, 62-47. Colonel still leading. Robinson, bounce pass to Marshall. Back out to Robinson, feeling the pressure from Noah Shai.
Get in his face. Don't give him any room.
Connor Evans, bounce pass to Bowen. It's Bowen against Spencer yet again at the top of the key. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Robinson. Now over to Marshall. Marshall drives it from the left, but steps back out. Tries to get it to Bowen in the paint, but it's taken away by Jake Spencer of the Bulldogs. McLean. Tesserero. Now back to McLean. Around the perimeter they go. Jordan Wright, spin around a move. Inside the paint, shot is up. It is good.
What a nice move by Jordan Wright.
Able to beat all of his defenders inside the paint. Less than 4 minutes to go in this game. Colonel still leading 62-49 as Anthony McLean fouls Connor Evans.
And that's going to put Evans on the line for 2 because the Brooklyn's in the bonus. Uh-oh.
Just a quick pause on the court
Yep.
with 3:52 to go in this second half.
Okay, now we got a
Yeah, we're not going to
relay
talk about
goal.
that.
No.
So let's talk about the action that's going on the court
Yes.
with the players.
Yes, indeed, which right now Brooklyn College committed their 10th foul, so now the Colonels for the rest of the game are going to shoot two free throws every time a foul is committed. What Brooklyn College is going to have to do is they got to get defensive stops, push the ball quickly, either go for a quick 2 or you line up for a 3, and you got to make the shots and then hustle back on defense. That's the only chance you have is you have to get defensive stops and then quickly get the ball up court.
So we've been talking about Rob Pecorelli this entire game. Again, they're playing without Mark Mullins, their top scorer. He's out with an undisclosed injury. But holy smokes, Marcus Robinson, 10 points. Now Pecorelli's back in with 20 points. But Robinson doing such a great job moving the ball around, as well as Connor Evans and Tommy Bowen. Those 3 have just been dynamic for these Colonels. And, of course, we got Pecorelli.
Yes, and Evans, he finally missed a 3-point shot a couple of minutes ago, but he's been on fire for the second half and doing an excellent job of taking the ball from the facilitator, Robinson, and putting the ball through the hoop.
Assistant Coach Barbosa, he said just before the second half, he said that there's just no energy with his team, and it seems really, I wouldn't say very apparent, because you see that they've had a lot of opportunities, but they can't seem to be able to finish the plays, and the Colonels are able to take advantage of it.
Yes, indeed, and that's what you're supposed to do as a good team. You take advantage of other teams not being able to execute their plays.
So Connor Evans is going to line up for 2 shots for the Colonels. Shot is up, no good. I would say that that's a lucky break for the Bulldogs, but with 3:52 to go and the Colonels are leading 62-49.
Yeah, time's against them.
Time is against them, and I'm not sure how many timeouts each team has left. So the second shot is good. So now the Bulldogs are going to try to play very fast offensive game. Jordan Wright gets into the paint to Spencer. Spencer's shot is up, no good, but there is a foul on the play.
So Spencer now asserting himself in the paint and getting fouls called on the Colonels. That's their 6th and 1 more, and then Brooklyn will get the bonus 1 and 1. So that'll be good for Brooklyn if they can do that, because now you can knock the lead down without the clock running.
You're absolutely right on that. Spencer's shot is up, and it is good. Gets the friendly roll. 3:40 remaining. Bulldogs are trailing by 13. Second shot is up, and it is good. 63-51. Colonels are leading.
This game is not out of reach. Not by a long shot. It's only a 12-point lead, and with 3 minutes, that's a lot of time.
You're absolutely right. Anything can happen in the game of basketball, especially college basketball, which, in my opinion, is far more exciting than on the professional level.
I agree, both basketball and football-wise.
Bowen feeling the pressure from Noah Shai of the Bulldogs. He has yet to cross center court. Now he does over, hands off to Robinson. Bowen over to Breeding. Feeling a lot of pressure from Jordan Wright. Bulldogs electing to not foul right now. They don't have any to give. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Shai tries to get the ball away from Bowen. Evans 5 seconds. Excuse me, 5 seconds, but it's stolen away by Jay Spencer. Jay Spencer up, and it is fouled on the play.
Is that not a flagrant? I don't know. He did go for the ball, though. He did go for the ball.
Definitely went for the ball, even though you see that he hit this arm instead.
Yeah.
I would not have called that a flagrant foul.
No,
either.
he did. You're right. He did make an attempt to block the ball, yes.
Hey, you should be impressed. I said flagrant foul twice properly.
But now they're discussing, and we're going to see. I thought it was a good foul, not flagrant. So we're going to see what they're going to call.
He looks.
Yeah. Yes, he's calling a flagrant.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
In my opinion, that call could have gone either way, but nonetheless, I respect the call that it's a flagrant.
Oh, they're saying that he has 5 fouls and he's DQ'd. That's Evans.
No, they made a mistake.
Okay, I was getting ready to say. I was like, I only have him for 4.
Well, because if it was a technical foul, that's like 2 right there.
Gotcha.
So Jade Spencer lines up for the 2 shots, and the first one is good. Colonels are leading by 11 as they are seeing their lead slowly diminish as the second shot is up, and it is good. It's now a 10-point differential.
And Brooklyn's right back in the ball game.
Still plenty of time. It's 4-possession play, but with the way that the Colonels are playing, it might be impossible for the Bulldogs to catch up and even get within 1 or 2.
I don't know, because right now, with them getting in the bonus now, they can knock the lead down without the clock running, and you get some defensive stops. But they do have the ball now.
Yeah, with that flagrant foul. So now Jade Spencer has control, hands off to Anthony McLean. Everybody has their eye on McLean because he's lethal from downtown. He's feeling the pressure from Evans. Noah Shy in the corner, feeling the pressure for Breeding. 17 seconds of shot clock. They're going to call a foul against Breeding.
Yes, indeed.
And with the 8th foul on the half for the Colonels, Noah Shy is going to line up for the
1-and-1.
1-and-1 shot, yes.
Got to knock down that first shot. So now Brooklyn can get the lead down to 8.
With 2:55 to go. This could go down to the wire. I may be really tired, but I would like to see an overtime game.
Shy knocks down the first one.
Now it's a 9-point game, 3-possession play. We're going to see a substitution coming in is number 2, Landon Henry of the Colonels. So Donovan Breeding is going to sit.
Pecorelli still on the bench?
He is. No, he's on the court.
Okay.
He's the one who gets the rebound. Henry feeling the pressure from the Bulldogs as now Pecorelli moves up across the center court. Robinson still with possession as he bounced past to Bowen. 15 seconds of the shot clock. Bowen still in the paint. Now he throws it out to Henry for 3. Off the rim, no good. McLean gets the rebound. They're going to try to get it back to McLean for 3-point range. No, but Wright goes in, shot. Gets the unfriendly roll. And now Henry gets the rebound for the Colonels. Colonels are 18-9, number 1 seed in ECAC playoff tournament. So they're going to look to try to improve to 19-9 as they possibly travel down to Maryland. Pecorelli leading everybody on the court with 20 points tonight. Hands off to Henry. Tries to throw it to the chest of Tesreau. Evans, 4 seconds of the shot clock. Evans gets a shot off. There's no travel call, but the shot is no good. Now McLean moves up for the Bulldogs. Right. Lost his balance, but he hands off to Noah Shy just in time. Minute 45 to go. Bulldogs are starting to run out of time if they want to catch up. Only trailing by 9. Shy for 3.
Yes!
The basket!
Yes, it's down to 6.
Nothing but net as a timeout is called on the court with a minute 37 to go. 63-57. The Colonels are still leading.
The Colonels right now are being cooked by the Brooklyn College defensive stalwart because now they're getting rebounds, they're getting after it, they picked up that intensity, they have that energy that we've been talking about all game, and now they've gotten it down to 6, and the basket now looks like an ocean because everything's dropping right now.
So for the Bulldogs fans that are watching, earlier in the evening, the Lady Bulldogs, as the number 2 seed, played against the number 3 seed Newman University Knights, and they won with a convincing score of 77-47. So they're going to be traveling down to Cabrini College this weekend for the ECAC tournament. Yes, that's going to be down in Pennsylvania, not too far outside of Philadelphia. And then the winner of this game for the men's tournament, they'll go down to Maryland. We will not, unfortunately, have the coverage for that. This will be our last coverage of the season for the men's and women's basketball teams. But if you go onto the schedule and you see the next opponent that each team plays against, you will find a link where you can watch the games live.
Yeah, you can go to ECAC.com and you can tap on the Division III tournament, and it will show you every link that is there for all the teams playing.
Minute 37 to go. 63-57. The Colonels are trying to hold on to this lead. They are the number 1 seed. They want to show everybody in.
They're going to inbound.
They want to show everybody in their area that they are still the number 1 seed. They should be the team to fear. Pecorelli tries to inbound it till Henry saying it went out of bounds off of his hands. That was Jordan Wright that crashed into his own bench.
But that's how much they're getting after it right now. That energy has been pumped up twofold.
My apologies. It went off of a Bulldogs player out of bounds, so it's going to remain Colonel's ball.
Possession arrow is pointing to Brooklyn College, so if there's a jump ball, it goes to Brooklyn.
Noah Shai putting a lot of pressure as the ball is inbounded, but full court press by the Bulldogs against the Colonels. Henry tries to get rid of it, gets it over to Pecorelli. Pecorelli has to cross center court before he's in violation. Now he does. Henry with possession. Feeling the pressure from Anthony McLean of the Bulldogs. Minute 20 to go, 14 on the shot clock. Henry still with the ball. Gets to the corner to Bowen. 6 seconds of the shot clock. Bowen drives in. Shot is up, no good, but they're going to call a foul on the play. Seems like everybody here, including my colleague, does not agree with the play.
Because he lost the ball on the way up to make the shot, so he didn't have possession. So how can you call a foul on the shot when he didn't have possession of the ball?
That is the 5th charge foul against Jade Spencer of the Bulldogs, so he is now disqualified. And it looks like
Melman or Ba should come in the game, I would figure.
Yep, it's going to be Melman. Bulldogs 15-12 this season. They don't want their season to end tonight. But with a minute 12 to go, they're trailing by 6.
Bowen's going to be shooting 2.
Bowen's shot is up and it is good. 64-57.
1:12 left to go.
Colonels are looking to punch their ticket into the ECAC quarterfinals as the second shot is up and it is good. Timeout called by Izzy Metz of the Colonels. Minute 12 to go, 65-57.
And just throughout their whole season, the Colonels have 4 players in double digits. That's what they've been doing all season long, and that's why they're in the position that they're in right now with this 8-point lead. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, we don't have official stats, but I have no doubt in my mind that Rob Pecorelli is in the double-double tonight.
I don't have his rebounds, no, but definitely he definitely has.
He's been in the paint all
over the place. Yes, I would not be surprised.
So the Bulldogs are over the limit as far as fouls goes. The Colonels only have 8 charged fouls against them. But because they have a big lead, they're not going to look to try to foul the Bulldogs. They're going to let the Bulldogs drive in fast. We know the Bulldogs are going to be getting the shots off, but now you have to wonder, are they going to start fouling the Colonels?
1:12 left. It depends on what happens on this offensive possession. If they get a 2 or 3 point basket, I say you don't foul. If you miss, then you may have to do that to preserve time.
Tesserero gets over to Anthony McLean. McLean moves across court, going coast to coast. Shot is up and it is no good. Melman gets the rebound for the Bulldogs. Fresh shot clock. We have 1 minute to go here in the West Quad as the shot by Jordan Wright is good. Timeout called by Coach Baptiste of the Bulldogs. This is a 30-second timeout. This should be the final timeout that the Bulldogs have in the second half, I believe.
You're going to have to go for this minute without calling a timeout, but that's exactly what you needed. Melman, a big offensive rebound, getting the ball to Jordan Wright, put somebody on the floor by shaking them out of their shoes, and then put the layup in, and now it's down to 7.
Down to 6.
6, I'm sorry.
65-59. The Colonels are leading with 59.7 seconds to go. You're watching ECAC action on Brooklyn College TV, WBCR, which is Brooklyn College Radio, your home for live Bulldog sports. Zach Bunnick alongside Pat Brown in the final broadcast of the season.
It's only a 2-possession game with 59.7 seconds left. So right now, Brooklyn College got to do what they need to do defensively. They got to go full court press, make sure they try and get in the passing lane, get a steal. But then you got to, if they get it down the court, you got to play hard-nosed defense, force a bad shot, get the rebound, and then push, push, push.
Bowen looks to inbound the ball for the Colonels. No foul call on the play as Evans was being double-teamed by 2 Bulldogs. Bowen shot is up no good, but there is a foul on the play with 51.4 seconds to go.
Jordan's got to be careful. They could have called a technical for him throwing the ball at the wall. It's Jordan Wright's second foul, so 2 shots by Bowen coming up.
Home fans are trying to distract Bowen as his shot is up and it's good. Nothing but net.
Nice and smooth. Deep breath, bent his knees, followed through. 66-59.
Bowen's second shot is up and it is good. 2 for 2 on that play. And coming back into play for the Colonels is number 21, Donovan Breeding.
And they're taking Pecorelli out.
Yes, that's a smart move. Pecorelli finishing the night with 20 points. Played a phenomenal game for these Colonels. As Anthony McClain moves up for the Bulldogs. Melman for 3. Oh, it does not hit much. Wright gets the rebound. Now McClain for 3. Off the rim, no good. Do we have a 3 times a charge? They're going to call an offensive foul?
Where?
Let's see. Interesting. So the foul going against David Melman, his 4th foul. Bulldogs well over the limit.
Wow.
But Pecorelli is going to come back into play for the Colonels. As Bowen's going to line up for his 2 shots.
Bowen's living life on the foul line.
Shot is up and it is no good. 37.7 seconds to go, and not enough time left for the Bulldogs to continue their season.
Doesn't look like it.
Second shot is up, and it is good. And now Nico Serrano is going to come into play for the Bulldogs in place of David Melman. And now another substitution for the Colonels. So number 4, Tommy Bowen, is going to sit, and in play is number 1, Sean Collar. Tessero moves up for the Bulldogs. In the paint, but now throws that to right in the corner. Shot fires for 3. Oh, does not hit anything. Well, doesn't hit much. And now Pecorelli is fouled on the play, and he's going to line up for 2 shots for the Colonels.
Yeah, that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen.
So 26.6 seconds to go. The shot clock is officially off. And the Colonels leading 68-59. Bulldogs started the season strong, then had experienced a lot of turbulence going into the CUNYAC playoffs. Had a phenomenal game against Medgar Evers, couldn't quite finish it against Baruch College. They got the bid for the ECAC, but it looks like their run is going to come short. So they are trailing 68-59. Shot by Pecorelli is good.
He's got 27, I should say.
And for the Colonels, coming just short as Tessero shot for 3 is no good. And now Robinson with possession with 17 seconds to go. The Colonels losing in their championship game in the MAC Freedom Conference against DeSales University they're going to win this game tonight, and they're going to be advancing down to Hood College to continue in ECAC play as they win 69-59. So that's it for the men's Bulldogs this season. And the Wilkes University Colonels, they're going to continue on as they're going to travel down to Maryland this Friday as they're going to be playing the winner against either Rutgers Newark or Stevenson College.
So it was a great effort in the second half by this Brooklyn College Bulldog team. They tried to pull out the improbable comeback. They were down by 16, and they got it down to 6. But then the Colonels executed down the stretch, got on the foul line, knocked down the foul shots, and they come away with the win. Number 1 seed moves on. And for the Brooklyn College Bulldogs, they have a lot to build on heading from 2019 into 2020.
Bulldogs, they had one senior, Nathan Josephat. His career with the Bulldogs is now officially over as he will be graduating in the spring. But the Bulldogs, they still have a strong team. All they could do now is look towards next season.
And Coach Baptiste did allude to that early when I interviewed him before the game. He said, listen, when I got this job, I was looking toward the future. I said, that's why he scheduled the non-conference games that he did early in the season, because that's where he wants this program to go. He wants them to learn how to play to that high level. It's not just about X's and O's. Sometimes it's about execution. Sometimes it's about heart. Sometimes it's about doing both at the same time. And that's why you have to get to this level. You got to execute just like the team from Wilkes did. They executed down the stretch. It wasn't just X's and O's. It was how you play at this high level of competition.
Players of the game, Rob Pecorelli for the Colonels, and for the Bulldogs, it was Noah Shai. Pecorelli finishing with 21 points. Noah Shai with 19. So that's going to do it for the men's Bulldogs this season. The Lady Bulldogs, they won their game earlier, so they're going to be traveling down to Cabrini University or Cabrini College.
Cabrini University.
Cabrini University, as they're going to be playing this weekend. Their opponents yet to be determined, but they will be playing Friday. And for the Bulldogs fans still watching, you could go onto the Brooklyn College athletic site, go look at the schedule. You'll see who their opponent is, and you'll find a link where you could get live stream and possibly live stats as well.
And here's a note. They're familiar with that court because they played Cabrini early in the season, so they know about that court.
So final thoughts for this season for these men's Bulldogs.
For the men's Bulldogs, they got a lot to build on. They have a nucleus that's going in from this year to next year. They got a strong coaching staff. Baptiste, of course, he was named the CUNYAC Coach of the Year. So you know you have a good system in place. You know you have teams that have already bought into that system. They want to play here. They know they got that bad taste out of their mouth in 2018 from 2017. They only had 7 wins. They came out with 15 wins this year, so that's a plus. They got into the CUNYAC semifinals. That's a plus. They got into the ECA championship. So everything is building momentum going into next year. I don't know what the recruiting class is coming in, but hopefully they get some good recruits, and they're going to build this program the way they do.
Well, that's going to do it for us this season. We want to thank everybody who tuned in, not just tonight, but all season long. We could not have done this without you, but if you're a big basketball fan, you still want more, come back in November when we kick off the 2019-2020 season for both the ladies and the men's Bulldogs. Schedule yet to be determined, obviously, but we will certainly be here covering all the live action, and we hope to expand our coverage, not just with basketball, but with cross-country, with soccer, with softball, with tennis. So if you're watching at home and you're a Brooklyn College alum and you want to be a part of the action, come on down, go to the Whitehead Hall, go to room, it's 304, I believe.
304, yep.
304 with the radio station, and we will give you more information on how you could join this wonderful team.
Zach, before we sign off, I just want to say this. I had a great experience. This is my first year being on WBCR, and I just had a wonderful time. You, Zach Bugnick, for Brian Mugia, Jonathan Pariente, Ivan Morabel, Joe Leo. It was a great experience. I had a great time. I'm looking forward to expanding with you guys next year, and it was a pleasure.
So what he said, along with our TV crew, want to thank Bruce Velosa, the athletic director of the Brooklyn College Bulldogs, and, of course, head coach Alex Lang of the ladies Bulldogs and head coach Jeffrey John Baptiste of the men's Bulldogs. Again, want to thank everybody for their support. I'm Zach Bunnick. Have a wonderful rest of the spring semester, and we'll see you again in November.
Be safe out there.